Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and we're going to go ahead and put our signature in our AJ journal today. Let me find my cover. Laid it over here. Isn't that pretty? I just love my cover. Love it, love it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put our signature in here. Now, I only have, I think, 13 or 14 pages here. Normally, in one signature, I put 15, but I'm going to add some flip outs and different things in here, so I think this is all that I'm going to need. Now, this was the page that I was going to use for my front cover, and remember I said I cut it too short. So what I did was just made it look intentional. So I tore around it, I inked around it, and then I stitched around it, and that way it looks a little bit more intentional. So I like that. So this is going to be the front cover of our signature. So I'm just going to decide what page I want to put in first. I'm not using any digitals in this one. I'm going to use what came in the kit. Other than that, I do have all the sheets that came in the kit. I'm just trying to decide which one I'm going to use first. I think we'll just put this one in first. So see, that's the way it's going to look. And I like that. I don't mind that at all with that sticking out. Because we will do different things to the pages anyway, so not gonna matter with it. Not gonna matter with it. Not gonna matter. Now, you can use some of your digitals on this if you want. Like I said, I'm just gonna play around with what came in the kit and then what pages I have made. These are the pages that I made on the last video, I do believe. I'm just gonna add those in. These are those splatter sheets that I did, and I will put pockets and all different kinds of things on those, so it will dress those up. But this is going to give me a starting point, and this is going to be my journal, so I want lots of places to put pictures and journal, because I am going to include the AJ letter in here, and that way I'll be able to do a lot of different writing about him in this journal. Let's see, I think that's the right way up, yes. And then we'll put this one, I think. Now I did go ahead and make pockets on this side. I just haven't made my tags for it yet, and that's okay. We can make tags in a minute. So let's see. And I don't worry about these pages being a little bit grungy, because I can always, when I put pockets on there and put some lace on and all of that, it's going to doll them up and they're going to look just fine. It's not going to be a problem. Okay, let's see. I have this one. And some of these are just where I cleaned off my brushes and that kind of thing, so it doesn't matter to me either. Now I'm going to put two of these back to back, but this is going to be my center one, so I will do something a little bit different to that one, and that will make it look completely different. Alright, so that is going to be our signature right there. Just want to get them the same height possibly. Somewhere near the same height. Okay. That looks good. Now we're going to make sure that it's going to go in here without any issue, and it is. Not a problem at all. Now if yours was a little bit wider or a little bit taller, just trim them off. I don't even mind if some of my pages hang out just a little bit. That doesn't bother me, especially like these little pieces of trim and thing hanging out. I don't mind that. I like it. Let's see. Grab some clips. I still am down to 3 clips. Somebody has run off with my other big one, but we'll figure it out. We'll get. Ooh, that one's tough. I don't know if I can get that one on there or not. Some of these have a really tough spring, don't they? And we've still got lots of product to use from the kit, so lots of different things that we can do with this. Okay, I think those 3 will be good enough. Just going to make sure that, yes, that's the right way up. And I don't really have any others that are, the only other one is, let's see, that one's the right way up, and then I had the one that I put and that one's the right way up, so we're good. Now I'm going to sit that right in there. We'll take this clamp and put it with the cover, clamp it to the cover, or other words, and then just make sure that that's pressed down really well to the middle. Ooh, that one has got that strong spring on it. Okay, we've got that one clipped down. And we'll go ahead and clip this one down. Now, I always like to double and triple check and make sure I've got everything the right way up. Looks like I do. This is my front. And then that's the front, or the top. Okay. So we are ready to do some stitching. Now I'm going to grab that big needle out that we got in our kit. I'm going to grab my awl. If you don't have an awl, you can just punch your hole with a hole punch, or you know, a pokey tool. Anything that you can get your hands on to punch your hole will work. Get my piece of foam that I use, and then I'm just gonna guess at the center. I'm not gonna worry about it being exact. That looks pretty centered right there to me, so I'm just gonna poke all the way through, and I'm gonna poke a pretty big hole because my needle is big, so I poked a hole about that big, and then come up to the top, and I come down about maybe an inch or inch and a half from the top, and same from the bottom. And you need to hold it together to push your hole through there so that it'll be right in your spine. Don't open it up and try to punch your hole. Now I leave that in that last hole because it makes it easier for me and things don't slide around any. Now I've got some string somewhere here that came in your kit. I think I put it back in here. Yes. So here's the string that came in your kit. This is some waxed thread. Wow, this, you don't have to worry about seeing the eye on that needle. It's nice and big. Okay. We're going to push it through the middle part. Come back up through the top. And that goes in really, really easy there through that. There we go. And then I pull this out and I bring it all the way down to the bottom and push it through there. This is the way that I do the stitch. Now other people do it different ways, and I think it works any way that you want to do it. This is just my way. The way I was taught, the way I learned many moons ago. Okay, and when you come up, you want to come up on the opposite side of that string there. Now let's see. Yeah, I've got enough. Okay, so there is our string. Now you need to tighten it up. I pull one way and then I pull the other and just tighten that string up so that it plays kind of like a banjo string. And then you're just gonna double knot it or square knot it, whatever is easiest for you. And then you can take these off. All right, so there is our cover. We got our signature in there. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Lots of places for pictures, lots of places for tags and flip outs. Love that page. And I love my stitched page. I love all of it. Okay, I'm going to leave this string a little bit long, but not quite that long because I'll probably add some charms on there. So I'm just going to cut that much off and I'll save it to do something else with. So our signature is now stitched in, and now we're ready to embellish this. Now I'm going to pull out some things that we've been making, And I'll start adding those in there. But this is we didn't actually make this, but this is one of those bags that I got in Happy Mail the other day. And I want to put it, I think I want to put it right here in the middle. Oh yeah, it's going to fit nice right there. And I hate to lose my type on the back, but I'm going to glue it down right there. And I'll have a big pocket that we can put something in. And I think these came from Katie, I do believe. I'm also going to leave the sides or the top open behind it. I'm just going to glue on 3 sides, and that way we can put another tag down behind that if we want to. I started to put just an envelope and stitch it in the signature, but then I thought about these bags and I thought, ooh, I want to use one of those big time. So I'm going to fold this back before that gets stuck good, just so that it'll lay down a little bit better. And I love the feel of that bag. So now we can put a big tag in there. Now we made this out of the glassine bag that came with your kit. So let's see where we want to put it. I think we'll put it right there. And I did make some tags for this, I do believe. Now this is a lot of browns and neutrals. If you want to dress yours up and put a lot of color in it, you can do that. I will probably put some different colors into mine, but this is so, you know, these colors you can add just about anything to. So you can come back in with some reds or some golds or some orange, whatever you want to, and add to this. And it's going to work fine. Maybe I cut one for that one and I made one for this one, I think is the way it ran. Okay, I didn't finish this one, and I didn't finish decorating this one, so we're going to do that. See which way's up. That way's up. And this is just made out of the paper that came in your kit. Alright, I'm going to go in here to some of our embellishments that came with the kit. I'm going to pull those out. You know what? That would go really good in there. And it's already the size that we need. Even though I did make one for that, we could put that in there. Why don't we do that? You can write on the back, and I don't think it'll need much for the front. So we'll just do that, and we'll use that tag somewhere else. Or that journaling card. We can always use it other places. And I think I want to go in here and grab some type of flower. I'm going to bring in some color on it. There's a pop of color. Let's do that. And I may put a little label of some kind right down there at the bottom. I don't really think we need a lot, but I'd like to put some little something. We could put that on there. That's cute. It almost looks like a stamp, but in a circular form. And I'm going to see if I've got maybe a little butterfly or something to put here. Oh, that would be cute. That's got a lot of the same colors in there, and it won't be too bold. So don't be afraid to grab the kit, even though it's neutral colors and it may not be your color scheme. Grab it, and you can always decorate it up. You can always put your own colors to it. That's why we decided to go with the neutrals. Then that way you can do lots of different decorating on it. Let's see if this one's going to work in here. Maybe it will work. Yes, it will. Look, we can use that one there. So we definitely want to put something on there. And you know, I don't have a place a lot of times to use these big flowers, so I think I'm going to use it on there. And sometimes after I make a journal for myself, I will come back later and do more embellishing as I journal in it. So don't worry about getting everything just exactly perfect when you're first doing your journal, because you can always come back and do other embellishing later. Now I'm going to put a little strip of this washi. I'm just going to tear it. I'm going to put a little piece across there where it kind of makes it look like I have stuck that flower down with that. And then I'm going to bring that other little piece right up here at the top. And that just makes it look like that paper's got, see, it's got little tapes here anyway. Just makes it look like it's got more tapes on it in different places. And I think that is an old Tim Holtz washi tape that we got many moons ago. Let's see, I do want some kind of label on here. And I think I'm going to go to these little labels that we got in these tins. I'm using these more and more. And if you guys don't buy them, I'm going to end up hoarding them all. I told Melina, I said, I want all of these. She said, Mother, you've got to leave some in the shop to sell. But I've used a lot out of this one already. They've got 40 labels in each one of these. So I've used quite a few out of this one. And they're already stickers, so you don't have to put anything on. It's kind of a burgundy though, and that flower's not. So I don't want to use that one. That's not grabbing me either, so I'm going to grab these. These are they're little label stamps, but they've got like music notes or music pages and maps and things on them. These are called Atlas Musicians, and these are called Paste Up Diary. So I think this one's going to look best there. And since I don't have fingernails, I have to kind of go in and do this. Oh, I almost put it upside down. And the only reason I knew that is because it had writing on it too. So, and that's more of a burgundy, but there's some of that burgundy in that flower there. So that's okay with me. And that one can go right there. Now, I want a little pull on that one because it's a little bit short. And I think we might try to use one of these. I saw this color in there and I thought that might work. So Miss Brooklyn, you know, that's our granddaughter. I know you guys know that by now. And you'd think that's the only grandchild I have, but the other ones are older and they don't really do as much as Brooklyn does. And they're a little bit more secretive about what they do, so I really don't know what else is going on in their world. But Brooklyn is our little mischievous little girl. But she had to go to the orthodontist today because she'd had some, well, she went to the dentist first and she had some teeth that was bothering her. So the dentist sent her to the orthodontist, and I like that. And so Alicia calls me when they get out and she says, well, Brooklyn has got to have the spacer put in her mouth, you know, that goes up in the roof of the mouth. So I said, oh, and she said, and Mom, you're on speakerphone. So she was warning me not to say anything bad. I said, oh, how interesting. I said, I bet that's going to be fun. And Brooklyn was in the car. She went, no, it's not going to be fun, Nene. And I said, well, you know what I mean. Not fun as in, ooh, can't wait to get it, but fun as in that's something different. And it's going to make your mouth spread out a little bit, so it's going to be easy for you to, you know, your teeth are all going to come in. You won't have to have any pulled. I said, you was kind of dreading having some teeth pulled. And she said, yeah, I was kind of dreading that. I'm glad they're not going to have to pull my teeth. But I said, well, did Dr. Graham, that's our doctor, our orthodontist here in town, and he did both of my girls' braces and all of that. And I said, did Dr. Graham give you a sticker? Because you went back there all by yourself. Because she told me, she said, I went back there all by myself. Mama did not get to go. And I said, well, did Dr. Graham give you a sticker? And she said, no, Nene, I am 9. I'm not a baby. I don't need stickers anymore. I said, oh, well, okay. Forgive me. I forgot there for a minute that you was grown and you didn't need stickers anymore. Oh, Nene, I am 9. I'm not a baby. I don't need stickers anymore. Oh, my word. She's something else. There's never a dull moment when that kid's around. They were doing the live Friday nights when they did it. I don't know how many of you watched it, but they did the live here at the shop. And Brooklyn asked, could she have my phone so that she could watch it on my phone? And I said, yeah, just don't turn on the volume because it'll mess them up. I just put that down and put it as a little tuck and then tuck that in there because it's got some of those same colors. So she said, okay, I won't turn the volume up. I just want to watch it. I said, all right, no problem. So she starts watching. Well, they had posted, you know, they're looking for a bus, something larger that they can all travel in. Because right now they're having to take different cars and go all over the place. And it's getting a little bit hectic and crowded on them. But anyway, so they have a little fund button on their website where you can click on it and you can send them some funds if you want, donate something to them. Well, Brooklyn says, Nana, can I link the website? How 9-year-olds knows how to do that, I don't know, but they do. And I said, yes, you can link the website. Well, she links the fund page. And then all of a sudden, I see that I'm watching the post. All of a sudden, I see this post pop up, and it says, under my name now, because she has my phone, please donate to the Pilot family. We need the money. I saw it, and I went, Brooklyn. So I went in and deleted it real quick. But when it was all over with, Alicia said, what was you getting on to Brooklyn about there? Hot and heavy. And I said, because of what she posted. And I showed Alicia I had done a screenshot of it, so I showed it to Alicia, and she turned red in the face. She said, Brooklyn, Reese, what in the world? And see, it showed up as my name, not Brooklyn's name, as my name, so it looked like I was begging for money for the kids. I said, well, you know, I told her she could link the website, and then they was saying something about, you know, if you wanted to donate, here's a link and that kind of thing, but I really didn't think that she would put that on there. Oh, Lordy. Anyways, okay, this is the pocket that we made the other day. This is the one that we made from Christy's video. And we can put a tag in here too. I haven't got one made for it right now, but we got a tag there. And then it folds over, and then this little flower. And I love these little flowers. If anybody knows someone that makes these and sells them, let me know. I would love to have some more of those. They don't have to be on the clips, just the flowers. I have looked on Etsy and I haven't found anybody yet. Well, I take that back. I did find one girl, but for 10, she wanted an arm and a leg, so I really didn't think that I'd go that route. But anyways, okay, we've got this that we could put in there, but this really needed to be stitched in the signature, so I think I'll save that for my fall journal, my last fall journal that I'll be making before long. Now I want to put a flip out probably here, and I also want to make one of these to put in there. It's just a little fold down, looks like an envelope, but it folds down so that you can journal on it. I put that in my little box here so that I wouldn't forget to do that. So let's do that first, and then we can come back and decide what we're going to make for our flip out. Let's see, let me find a piece. We could use that. Okay, so all you need to do is, you can just fold it, and I don't think I want it that wide. That's going to be as wide as the page, and I don't want it as wide as the page, so I'm going to cut a little bit of it off. So our little Brooklyn, you know, she's taken her green card and she's collecting money on her green card to get them a bus or a bigger vehicle or something anyway. And oh, and by the way, a couple of you have already sent some money to put on her green card, and thank you guys so much. She was so thrilled. She has put that money on her green card, and she is counting everything, and she told me, she said, I think she said $35 for the bus fund. I'll be able to get them a bus before long, Nene. So she's almost ready to get them a bus. All right, now mine, this one comes to a point, but since I made mine a little bit wider and the way I folded it, mine's going to come like that, and that's okay with me. I don't mind that. If you want yours to come to that point, then you need to fold this down first, like this. And I'll just go ahead and fold mine. And then fold this up so that it only comes right to the bottom of that. And then fold that over. But see, when I do that, I get this little point hanging down there, so I don't want to do that. So let's just back it up a little bit. We'll back it up like that. So it looks like a little envelope, but yet it's not an envelope. It's a little flip down where you can do all types of journaling in there that you want. So let me get this folded correctly. Now this, I usually go ahead and glue that down, but you don't have to. Then you can journal under that if you want. So I think on this one I'll just leave it. And I'm going to ink up everything. It makes it look like an old letter. So thank you guys so much. The ones of you who have sent a note and money inside and said to give this to Brooklyn for her green card and for the bus fund. We have definitely made sure that that is going to the bus fund. And she is so thrilled. She said, Nene, I can't believe that people that watch you sent money to go on my green card for the bus fund. She's just thrilled. She said, if you need me to, I can do a video and tell them thank you. And I said, well, what about if you just, the next time you come over, you get on my video and you thank them personally for that. I said, we could do that. And she said, okay, I will. And she will too, because she's not a bit shy. Not like the others. So be prepared. Miss Brooklyn is going to be thanking you guys personally, the ones of you who have already sent her funds. Oh my, these kids, don't we love them? Grandkids, they're something else. Okay, now we've got all of that inked, so I'm just going to fold that back up. We'll fold that over, and then that can just tuck down in a little pocket. So we'll put some pockets on and tuck that in. Alright, well, we wanted to do a flip out here, so let me get some paper. I'll tell you what I think I'll do. I think I'm actually going to do a flip out with this big envelope. And I know I'm going to have to cut it down, and that's okay. But it's just another way to use up those large envelopes that we all get in the mail. These were actually sent to me by one of you guys, so thank you. And I use them. I use them every one. And that should be the right size. Let's put it under here and see. Just going to use that little flap for the fold over, or to attach to the back. And then we'll fold it over like that, and that looks perfect. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cover this with paper before we put it on there. It'll just make it easier for me. So I'm going to grab some paper, some that kind of matches that we have been using. It doesn't have to be the exact same, but let me grab some paper. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and use some of this paper that came from After Midnight Designs. I had just a few pieces left once I did that last journal, and I think maybe, yeah, we can use this on here to cover that. And I still have some Happy Mail that I got for my birthday that I need to show. I'll probably do a video on that as soon as I finish this one. Hopefully I can get them both posted up today. You guys are too sweet. Too sweet. What we might have. And I'm going to leave this and let it be a little pocket. So I'm just going to bring my paper down below that and put it right there. And then I'll glue this together and cut my paper and everything off when I finish gluing this down. Oh, I also have more of Betty's Etsy shares to share with you guys. Oh my goodness, she has been doing so many digitals that I can't even keep up, and I wanted to show all of them to you guys because they are absolutely gorgeous. I've got to do that today too. The mailman, which normally they don't do that, but They just come up and knocked on the door, and it scared me to death because they normally don't knock on the door. We've got a box outside that they leave all of our mail and everything in. So, you know, just in case we can't get to the door right then or whatever. But they actually knocked, and it scared me to death. Because nobody ever knocks on my door. They either come in or, you know, because this is a shop, so they either come in or they ring the doorbell. And then I am going to put something right down in there because I don't want that to show. But I don't think that piece is going to do it, is it? It's all torn apart. This is the one that I used on those circle stamps that I used to stamp some things. And I will be using that one too. So how are you guys? I hope everybody is doing okay. I noticed we have quite a few new subscribers, so welcome to all of you who are new. I appreciate you joining our family. This is our family of fun, as we like to say. Appreciate that. We welcome all of you. All we do, we're just an old country girl that likes to do some crafting around here, so that's what we do. So if nothing else around here, you get a few laughs. You can laugh at me like I laugh at myself. Pull that down, hopefully straight. So there, that's covered. I'm going to go ahead right here and cut that little bitty piece off. That way we don't have to worry about inking it or gluing it down. It does have a little bit of that envelope showing, but I think we can ink well enough there that we won't have to worry about that part. Okay, I'm going to ink around all of this, and I think I've already inked on this side a little bit. Now let's take our journal, and I'm going to glue this there, and I think that's going to be just right. This will be the top cover, and that's okay even though this is sideways. I don't care about that. I can put a pocket down here. I love that blue flower on there. And then on this side, what we'll do is, well, number one, I'm going to cut some of this off so that I don't have to be concerned that that's going to show anywhere. And then we'll cover that with some other paper on this side. Yeah, right there. That's how we're going to glue it down. So I'm just going to hold it there. Put my glue under here. You know, this would be a nice spot for one of those little side belly band tucks that we made. I may come up with one of those. I've got some of those already made. I may just grab one. We'll put it in here. Put it on that spot right there, and that'll cover that up. Okay. So that is glued down, and now that flips open. We've got a big pocket here. We could always put another pocket here, but I don't want to cover up my little bird, so I think I'll leave that, but I'll put a pocket here on this side. Let me see what we've got right here. I'm just going through some scraps that I have had on my desk right here. Okay, what do we think about maybe this piece? We'd have to cut it off a little bit, but I think that would be pretty on there. Let's see, maybe this way. So yeah, we could put that there for a pocket. Just going to use my pencil and draw a little line there where I need to cut it. Now this is not real thick, but I think it's going to be thick enough. If you have a piece that you don't feel like is thick enough, you can always put a backing on it, but I think that one's going to be alright because all I'm going to do is slide a tag down into it. And I don't want the pocket on here to be too heavy. So I'm going to round the corners because this was already had the corners looking like they were supposed to be. And I won't round to the bottom corner. Okay, so we'll put that right there. I'm going to ink it. I'm going to glue that right there, and it'll pull in that green off of that and that little bit of brown on that, or on the nuts right there. I think I will. I started not to put a pull in the top, but I think I will. Then I just have to ink it up again. Just a small one. Now I didn't bring it right to the edge because I wanted it to be just a tiny bit short so that it wouldn't come out all the way to the edge and interfere with anything. And then I just push in on the top of mine a little bit just so that I have extra room in there to tuck things. And this would be a good spot that we could tuck that. Okay, and I think I do want to put a tag in here too. Let's see. I don't really have one already made, but I think we can cut one out of something. Let's grab a ephemera backing. That's what I like to make my tags on. I think that one's going to be plenty tall enough, yeah. And I don't like to leave these big holes up there, but you can if you want to. It's not a problem. But I usually just cut mine off because to me that's a little bit too big to use in my journal. Now let's make sure. Oh yeah, it's still going to be tall enough. Okay, now we just need to cover this with some paper. And I may just cover it with that. I think I'll go up just a little bit to get rid of some of that bright orange there and just pull in this mainly. Okay, and let's see, we need to put something on the back. That'll work right there. Pulling in more of those scraps and using them up. Now, since this is just copy paper weight, I like to spread this glue out so it doesn't show through. I could have used a glue stick, but I find that a glue stick doesn't hold quite as well on this shiny paper as just our art glitter glue does. But if you spread the glue out, then you won't see those glue, the little lines that you put down. So I just use our little tool there and spread it out. Keep that for stamping. And we're going to round these corners again. And now we just need to put some ink on here, and we've got a card. So don't throw away those little ephemera backings, because they make great insides for your journaling cards and your tags. Okay, we just need to put a little pull at the top. Let's just cut one right here using this greenery. Hopefully that's going to cut. Oh, well, it didn't really cut well, so maybe we won't use that. Well, it cut okay. I'll cut the rest of it off. It's not a biggie. It's that's just regular copy paper, and that punch does not like it. But it will be okay for a tag. And some of these I will probably stitch around, but I'm not going to do it right now. I'll probably stitch around them later. Alright, so there is our journaling tag. And for those who are going to ask, because I know you will ask, I have no clue where you can find this punch. It's long since been discontinued. Okay, that's good. I do want to put a little label here. I had a few that were cut out. Let's put this thankful there. I think I've used one before, but we're going to use it again. These labels are from Betty, from Betty's Custom Designs on Etsy. And if you use our name when you go over to purchase from her, Scrapbooking with Me, you get 15% off of your order. And she's got lots of goodies over there. Okay. Now this tag has a lot of just like blank space. So what I think I'm going to do, this is a Finabar little stamp set that we had in the E-Club kits last year sometime. And I am just going to stamp a little bit on here. It's just going to add a little bit of color. And I'm not even going to try to get it exact. Let's see, I just wanted to make sure which way's up, which way's down. That would probably be a good thing. Okay. And then I'm just going to go in there, stamp on it like that. And that just adds a little bit more to that little label. Because sometimes that extra blank space there can be a little bit distracting. So just add a little bit of stamping to it. There's our flip out. We do need to make a large tag for that, but I'll probably make that a little bit later. Alright, I do need 2 tags for here. That would go in there, but I really didn't want to put that. I wanted to put that like for a pocket, like that. As a matter of fact, let's just find a page, put that for a pocket. That would work right there. And then we can go ahead and put this down for a pocket. We just need to make some tags for that other. I just thought this would look better being a pocket than a tag since it's long this way. Okay. And then we could tuck that in there. We could put some embellishments on that and tuck it in there. So I'm going to let that sit for a while and then we'll do something. But we do need to make some tags for this. Now I think I used my little tag template, if I'm not mistaken. Was it this one? Make sure that that's going to be the right height. Nope. Which one did I use? Maybe this one? Yeah, I used this one. This is a tag template, and I just make little templates, and then I can just put them down on the paper like this and trim around them. So that one's going to be too short. Let me find that paper that we used just a minute ago. Let's see. We could do lots with this. It's kind of plain, the paper is, but we could put all kinds of pretty embellishments on there. So I think I'll use this. And I'm just going to make 2 side by side. And I cut this paper with my scissors because I like the sound of it. Somebody said, you have so many different trimmers. I don't know why you cut with your scissors. I like the sound of it. I like the feel of it. I love it. But, you know, you don't have to do that. You can cut with your trimmer. This is just me. Sometimes that feel of the scissors sliding over a thick paper like this, just, I don't know, just feels good to me. Now, there's a tag there, and there's a tag there. Now, all we need to do is embellish them a little bit. Now, like I said, this one we could do all kinds of things on because they're plain. They're not, you know, don't have a lot of writing in the background. So I'm thinking I may just trim this out with my fingers, fussy tear it, and put that on one of them. I like to use what's on my desk if it works, instead of going and grabbing more paper and cutting up more paper. If it doesn't work, then yeah, I'm all for getting more paper out. But a lot of times, if you just look and work with it, what you have on your desk is going to work. Alright, I want to trim this off. That way I don't have quite so many scraps to put back in the scrap box. Oh yes, I love that. Let's see, I think I'll bring it on down like that. So we're going to ink this up. Now this is just copy paper. So I'm going to glue that there. Oh, I love that. Love that color with this gray. That's pretty. This may, I don't know, this tag may be all that we get done on this. Let's see. See, I like those butterflies, but I want to put color to them. Don't feel like they've got enough color. Alright, what about if we put this at the bottom of this one? Just these flowers. I mean, it is fall. Yes, I like that. So I'm going to ink it. And then when I glue it down, I'll just trim off the excess. Oh, I hope I got all the white off of that. Well, I didn't. We're going to have to slide that down real quick. Okay. Have that on there. Whoops. Now I'm going to ink around. And I think I'll put this at the top of one of them. Just a piece out of the ephemera. That'll go there, and let's see. Okay, and remember that piece of film strip that we cut off? This was the, like the little end of the paper. The barcode, I could say. Barcode. So we're going to put that there on that one. And I'm going to ink this up quite a bit because it is white, and I don't want it white. So I'm just going to run that down through there. Okay. And let's see. I'm going to trim this out and see if it's going to look right there. I don't know if it will. It's got a little bit too much brown hanging on it for me. Let's see if it'll look okay across there. Okay, that's not striking me, so we're going to leave it. I may put something else on it later, but not right now. Put that right there, close to the edge. Okay, that's going to be the front of our tags. Now I want to put a piece of probably seam binding in the top of this. This is a ribbon punch. You can find it in my Amazon store. And grab some seam binding. Well, you know what? I have been using this sari silk, so I think I'll just continue to use this. It's pretty, and this little piece right here's got a little bit of pink in it. Okay. A bit of ink down there. And I almost cut that one too short, so let's see if we can do this one a little bit better. Okay. So there are our tags. Pull this back over here. Put our tags in it. In. I can't talk. There we go. Yeah, I got that one a little bit short, but it'll be all right. We'll cut this one off a little bit more. Not a big deal. There we go. And that'll be okay. So there's the tags for that side. Now, I think that's all that we're going to be able to get done today on this, because the video is already getting pretty long, so I don't want it to be too long for you guys. But we will finish this up. This is our second video. I will link the first one below where we made the canvas cover using just a paper napkin. I'll link that below so you can watch that one if you haven't already. And I'll try to remember to link these pages that we did too. We did those in the very last video. If I forget to link them, just go back to the video right before this one. Alright guys, we will talk to you later. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button and click that little bell if you want to be notified when we put up new videos. We'll talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.